China's latest weapon in the US trade war isn't a missile or a tariff, it's your TikTok feed, as President Trump slapped a staggering 145% tariff on Chinese imports. Beijing's response isn't coming from political podiums, but from factory floors turned filming studios. Viral videos, clever memes, and emotional appeals are flooding social media, shaping global opinion in real time. This isn't just economic warfare, it's a battle for hearts, minds, and clicks. Welcome to the new frontline, the algorithm battlefield. On TikTok, a quiet revolution is unfolding and it's shaking the very foundation of the Western luxury industry.
As long as there's a tag saying made in China, the bag can never be luxury. However, in fact, more than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China. But those luxury brands just won't acknowledge that.
Chinese suppliers, once hidden in the background of high fashion's glitzy facade, are stepping into the spotlight. They're not just pulling back the curtain, they're tearing it down. In a growing wave of viral videos, these manufacturers are openly mocking luxury brands for their sky-high markups, inviting American consumers to bypass the glitz and buy straight from the source. No middlemen, no markup, no made-in-Paris illusions. Leading the charge is Wang Sen, a self-proclaimed OEM, original equipment manufacturer for some of the world's most elite fashion houses. In one now-famous video, Wang stands confidently before shelves stacked with what appear to be Birkin bags, each retailing for $38,000 or more.
This Birkin bag at Hermes Boutique will cost you 38,000 USD. But what is the real cost out of the factory? Today, I'm going to break it down in front of you.
These bags? He says coolly in Mandarin with English subtitles flashing across the screen. We made them. Why pay for a name? He ends the video with a wink and a QR code, urging viewers to contact him directly. We'll sell it to you for a fraction of the cost. The proposition is as blunt as it is powerful. Ditch the brand tax. Stop paying for logos. Buy the same product. Minus the luxury markup for what it really costs to make. In another video, Wang holds up a price sheet. $120 to manufacture a tote that sells for over $4,000 in the US. You're not paying for the bag, he says. You're paying for the fantasy. It's not just handbags. Chinese TikTok creators are now flooding American feeds with content that lays bare the true cost of fashion's most coveted items. Perfumes, watches, designer shoes, nothing is off limits. Videos show factory floors, side-by-side comparisons of branded versus unbranded products, and receipts that reveal the shocking disparity between production cost and retail price. Many items they claim are sold at over 1,000% markup. Even tariffs are being dismissed as smoke and mirrors. Trump's tariffs? Says one Shenzhen-based supplier in a viral clip. A joke. Buy direct from us and skip all of it. No tariff, no lie. What's emerging is a full-blown rebellion against the carefully crafted myth of Western luxury. The idea that what you're buying is exclusivity, heritage, and artisanal craftsmanship. But now, the very people who make those products are telling a different story, and the world is listening. Fashion analyst Dana Rochelle sums it up. It's like luxury's worst-kept secret just exploded. Everyone suspected it, but now they're seeing it happen in full HD with factory invoices. TikTok's algorithm has become an unlikely ally in this disruption, rewarding these videos with millions of views. As more American consumers wake up to what's behind the label, the traditional luxury playbook built on secrecy and storytelling is starting to unravel. And it's all happening in real time with QR codes, receipts, and unfiltered truth. Conrad Quilty Harper, author of Dark Luxury, highlighted a growing concern in an interview with The Independent, stating they're trying to conflate the fake manufacturers in China with the real manufacturers. He pointed out how adept Chinese content creators have become at using social media to shape narratives and influence Western consumer behavior. Their campaigns are not only clever, but also highly effective in sparking skepticism about the authenticity and value of Western luxury brands. This sentiment is echoed by France 24 News, which conducted its own investigation into the controversy, further fueling the conversation. Lululemon and Adidas seem to have the right idea by quickly responding to try to dampen the flames as much as they can. Lululemon issued a statement on confirming that they do not work with the manufacturers identified in the online videos, and we urge consumers to be aware of potentially counterfeit products and misinformation. The two factories mentioned in the viral videos do not appear in Lululemon's list of suppliers issued in April 2025. A spokesman for Adidas said that their products are not sold directly by our suppliers and that the best way for consumers to buy genuine Adidas products is to purchase them from Adidas.com, an Adidas retail store, or one of our official retail partners. Menswear writer Direct Guy was quick to raise an eyebrow when the viral Same Factory TikToks began circulating. These polished videos suggest that luxury brands simply rebrand identical items made in generic factories. While the idea is enticing, Guy says it's far from reality. Luxury goods, especially from brands like Hermes, aren't mass-produced clones. Birkin and Kelly bags, for example, are handcrafted in France with precision and heritage, not mass-market shortcuts. These TikToks cleverly avoid saying the products are real, instead pushing the looks just like it narrative. With China producing near-perfect dupes, these super fakes can fool many. The appeal? Luxe style at a fraction of the price and a hint of rebellion, but real luxury, Guy argues, can't be faked. Back in March, just as Trump's first wave of tariffs on Chinese goods hit, this strange wave of TikTok videos started to surface. They were trying to sell anything, at least not directly. Instead, they showed cheap Chinese gadgets, flashy products, and subtle jabs at American prices and politics. As the tariffs increased, so did the popularity of these videos, but this wasn't organic. It reeked of manipulation bots, algorithmic boosts, and coordinated efforts from accounts with suspiciously similar patterns. The real goal? Psychological warfare. The CCP isn't trying to get Americans to shop, it's trying to make them feel cheated, abandoned by their leaders, and strangely dependent on China. Some clips even suggest Trump's own MAGA hats are made in China. They're not. The official ones are US Union made. With Biden still tied to the CCP and TikTok refusing to comment, it's clear. This isn't just content, it's strategy, and it's working. Regardless of whether the allegations against these luxury brands hold up under scrutiny, the damage to their reputations appears to be done. Online discourse has exploded with criticism, and many consumers, especially younger ones, are questioning the legitimacy and ethics of the high markups associated with these brands. Social media platforms are flooded with calls to boycott luxury labels, with users expressing frustration over what they perceive as misleading marketing tactics and exploitation. As a result, these once coveted brands are now under intense public scrutiny, and their future in markets like China and globally may depend on how they respond to this growing backlash. Questions remain over whether the factories shown are actually affiliated with the brands mentioned, or are simply producing lookalike items. Another issue is whether these factories are bound by non-disclosure agreements and how the videos might affect long-standing partnerships between brands and their suppliers. In a world where algorithms shape opinions and factories become influencers, the battle over luxury is no longer just about price, it's about perception. As Chinese creators rewrite the fashion narrative, Western brands face a stark reality. Adapt or be exposed. The war isn't at the border, it's in your feed.